Bullshit is me. So if you guys have not already heard, this month of December, I am doing an Watchable Canadian Christmas charity drive to celebrate 200 subscribers. At the top of the description, you will find a link to donate if you are able to. If you are not able to, that's fine. Just sharing the word wherever you possibly can works too. Our goal is $750 US. And again, we're just trying to show some holiday cheer this year to celebrate a milestone. So, without further ado, let's get right on to the video. Bonjour mes amis, je suis le Logique Canadien, and welcome back to QB Hall's session, where it's time to talk some football news. I know it's a little late. I'm sorry. I had to deal with a little bit of an illness and a slight injury, because, this part decides it wants to be a fucking asshole. So we'll just start, like I promised, the playoff clinching scenarios for Week 16. And there's plenty, so sit tight. We'll start in the AFC with the Ravens have the chance to clinch a playoff spot if the following happen. Keep in mind there are 10 scenarios for the Ravens, so bear with me. First scenario, they need to win. Miami needs to lose or tie. The Patriots need to lose or tie. Baltimore needs to win. Miami needs to lose or tie. Or the Jets need to lose and tie. Baltimore needs to win. The Patriots need to lose and tie. Lose or tie. And the Jets need to lose or tie. Baltimore ties. The Patriots and the Jets lose. Baltimore ties. The Patriots, the Dolphins lose, and the Chargers win. Baltimore ties. The Patriots and the Dolphins lose, and the Jets tie. Baltimore ties. New England loses, the Jets tie, and the Chargers win. The Ravens tie. The Patriots tie. The Jets lose, and the Dolphins lose. The Ravens tie. New England ties. The Jets tie. The Dolphins lose, and the Chargers win. Or Patriots and Jets lose. Cleveland, Vegas, and Tennessee all lose or tie, and the Chargers win. Yeah, fucking Baltimore's a mess. But I promise it gets a little easier from there because there's not as many scenarios for each one. The Bills can clinch the AFC East if they win or tie, or the Dolphins lose or tie. The Bengals can get into the playoffs by winning or tying, or the Jets lose or tie, which at the time of this recording, the Jets did lose on Thursday Night Football against Jacksonville, so that means the Bengals are in. Scenario fulfilled. Chargers can make it in by basically them winning, the Raiders losing or tying, the Patriots losing, the Jets losing, or the Patriots losing, the Jets tying, and the Dolphins lose, or the Patriots tie, the Jets lose, and the Dolphins lose. In that order. I know, right? The Chargers could make it somehow. I have no idea. The Eagles, actually, not the NFC, rather. The Giants can clinch if they win. Washington and Detroit loses. Washington and Seattle lose. Or Detroit and Seattle lose. Now, for the Eagles, there's two different scenarios, but they're both really short. The Eagles can outright clinch the NFC East if they win or tie. They can also clinch the number one seed in the NFC if they just outright win, or they tie and Minnesota loses. If they lose, neither scenario fulfills itself. So now on to the regular news. The former quarterback Drew Brees, he retired last year, like at the end of the 2020 season, and now he has found a new calling, coaching. He has joined Purdue University as an interim assistant coach ahead of the Citrus Bowl. Now, that's actually kind of cool, and I want to see how Drew Brees does. Maybe he might use this as a career. Jerry Jeudy next as we move on. Broncos receiver Jerry Jeudy was fined a total of $36,281 for two separate incidents of unsportsmanlike conduct. And here's a little bit of a breakdown. $23,020 was for Jeudy making contact with an official And the other $13,261 comes from him removing his helmet in frustration. So, yeah. That's a bit of bank right there. Yikes. And now, literally in my notes, I literally just have laugh at the Colts again. So, ha 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 ha. How do you blow a 33-0 lead? Ha 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 ha. Fuck you. Oh man, it's always fun to laugh at teams winning show big leads like that. Moving on next, there is a movement with moving around the NFL that is trying to extend the trade deadline from week 8, and that has apparently been gaining traction as there's more and more support coming for that to be extended. Because come on, let's be fair, week 8, really? Honestly, that's kind of stupid, but I digress. Moving on, the Packers released Sammy Watkins ahead of their game against the Rams on Monday night. But don't feel too bad for him because he has a new home, and it's going back, or at least I think he played for them, the Ravens. So yeah, he is a Baltimore Raven. That actually might be a good thing for Lamar Jackson or Tyler Huntley or Anthony Brown or whoever the fuck's the starter. Moving on to something a little more serious. J.C. Jackson of the Chargers, their corner, he was arrested and put into a Bristol County, Massachusetts jail for a non-violent family incident. We know nothing more other than that, just what the article stated. I looked everywhere to try to find a reason, but there was nothing. Moving on, the 2023 Pro Bowl rosters were announced. So let me pull it up on my screen here. For the AFC, and making sure. Okay, we're good. All right, so for quarterbacks for the AFC, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow. Pretty easy there. For the running backs, Nicholas Chubby, Josh Jacobs, and Derrick Henry. For fullback, it's Patrick Ricard of the Ravens. For receivers, there are 5. Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, and Jamar Chase. I said 5, there was actually 4. For the 2 tight ends, it's Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews. Pretty simple enough there. For the O tackles, Laramie Tunzel, Teron Armstead, and Orlando Brown. For guards, it's Joe Bitonio, Quentin Nelson, and Joe Tunney. For the 2 centers, it's Creed Humphrey and Mitch Morse. And on to the defensive side, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, and Trey Hendrickson run at the defensive ends. Chris Jones, Quentin Williams, and Jeffrey Simmons are the defensive tackles. The outside linebackers are Mac Judon, Khalil Mack, and TJ Watt. Interior linebackers are Roquan Smith and CJ Mosley. The corners, on which there are 4, Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain, Marlon Humphrey, and Xavier Howard. For the safeties, free safety is Minka Fitzpatrick. Strong safeties are Derwin James and Jordan Poyer. For the LS, I don't know what the LS is, I'm sorry. It's Morgan Cox. For the punter, it is Tommy Townsend. Return specialist is Devin Duvernay, and special teamer is Justin Hardy. There's no kicker. I'm surprised they did not announce a kicker. Or we're not doing kickers in this Pro Bowl. And so, fuck you. For the quarterbacks for the NFC, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, and Kirk Cousins. Yeah, Geno Smith's a Pro Bowler, everybody. Go fucking figure on that one. For the running backs, Saquon Barkley and Tony Pollard, and Miles Sanders, with the fullback being Kyle Juszczyk. For wide receivers, in which there are 4, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, C.D. Snutsland, and Scary Terry McLaurin. For the tight ends, it's George Kittle and T.J. Hawkinson. For the tackles, Trent Williams, Lane Johnson, and Tristan Wirfs. With the guards being Zach Martin, Landon Dickerson, and Chris Lidstrom. Two centers are Jason Kelsey and Frank Ragnow. Now onto the defensive side of the ball. Defensive ends are Nick Bosa, Brian Burns, and DeMarcus Lawrence. Defensive tackles are Aaron Donald, Jonathan Allen, and Dexter Lawrence. For outside linebackers, Micah Parsons, Zadarius Smith, and Hassan Reddick, with the interior linebackers being Fred Warner and Demario Davis. For corners, Darius Slay, Trevon Diggs, Tariq Woolen, and Jair Alexander. For the safeties, Quandre Diggs is the free safety, Boda Baker, and Talanoa Hufanga for the 49ers. And Andrew DePaula for the Vikings. I'm guessing that's a long safety. For punter, it's Tress Way. For kicker, it's Jason Myers. Return specialist, former USFL MVP Cavante Turpin. And special teamer Jeremy Reeves. Also, the NFC has kickers, but yet not the AFC. That's a fuck you and a half if I've ever seen it. Yeah, or they just did not do their jobs and fucking update it properly. Who the fuck knows? Moving on, we get to a piece of sad news now, as a Hall of Fame running back, Franco Harris, the man who was arguably a part of one of the greatest plays in NFL history, the Immaculate Reception against the Oakland Raiders back in 1972. Actually, I believe yesterday was the anniversary of that day. Has tragically passed away at the age of 32. No, I mean, age of 72. That just sucks. That really just sucks. Was honestly a big inspiration to the football world, and he will honestly be greatly missed. He has done a lot of great moments in his NFL career. He's done a lot for the league and the community. And he's just been one of those players that you honestly have to respect, whether you like him or not. So rest in peace to you, Mr. Franco Harris. But as well, they were also planning to retire his number. I believe tomorrow, well, today against the Raiders. But now that he's dead, it's gonna be a day of mourning rather than a day of celebration. Which it still should be a celebration anyway, considering we are celebrating one of the greatest running backs of all time. So rest in peace to you again, Mr. Franco Harris. You will be missed. Moving on, the Colts are making another quarterback change. They are basically telling Matt Ryan to sit the fuck down again. And the new starter of the Colts, Big Dick Nick, he is back to lead the Colts to relevancy. Believe it or not, there's somehow still a way for the Colts to win the AFC South. And that's if everyone in that division finishes 7-9-1, with the Colts being able to take that tiebreaker. Yes, I am serious. Moving on, another unfortunate piece of news as former Broncos running back and a champion in Super Bowl 50, Ronnie Hillman, he died at the age of 31 due to a battle with liver cancer. This is an obligatory fuck you cancer because seriously, fuck cancer. Rest in peace, Ronnie. You are honestly going to be missed by everyone that you are associated with. Your friends, your family, your former teammates, everybody. So rest in peace to you. Moving on, the NFL has made an announcement regarding Sunday Ticket. DirecTV, more like Direct Dead. Because now, Sunday Ticket is moving to Google, specifically YouTube TV and YouTube primetime channels. Woof. So much for DirecTV having those rights. Not anymore. There's a $1.4 billion deal too, so they're going all in on this. They have to now. Moving on, we got a couple of extensions. First one coming to Packers O-liner Elton Jenkins on a 4-year contract worth $68 million. You couldn't offer him another $1 million. That would have been a nice contract of all time. But still, it's a good contract for Elton Jenkins. He has also been one of the better offensive linemen in the league. Another extension, the other extension, Browns extending their right tackle, Chad Conklin, to a 4-year deal as well. This time worth $60 million. Again, not bad considering he is also coming into his own as one of the better tackles in the league. And the final piece of news, finally, the Jets wide receiver coach, Miles Austin, was suspended for a league gambling policy violation, and as such, he will be appealing. So there is an appeal incoming on this, the last I checked. But whatever update we get from that, we'll report it here on the QB Huddle session. And that is where we will end it. So if you guys did enjoy, the charity event has been extended to the 31st of December. So please, please, please donate. That would be great. If you enjoy it, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see me next. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and join the Logical Nation. Until next time, je suis le Logique Canadien. Bon nuit et au revoir.